Hi there. Are you looking for a calm space to find in this turbulent world? Are you looking for more love, more peace, and more abundance in your life? Do you want to wake up each day with greater purpose and feel more fulfilled? If you are, then CSLNJ is the place for you. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. Over the past 2 decades, our open and affirming community has created a safe space for all to come and be uplifted. I hope you enjoy watching. And if you like what you see, please visit us at cslnj.org.
Is worthy and wonderful, is fearless and free, is blessed and beautiful. Who can it be? Oh yes, that's right, it's me. Whoa, whoa. His conscious and confident, knows peace is the key, is joyful and jubilant. Who can it be? Oh yes, that's right, it's me. That's right.
host, Jenny, and I'm so happy to be here with you this morning, here in person, and for all of you there on Zoom land. Good morning. Please join me in our opening affirmation. We are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind teaching empowers you. We believe that heaven and hell are states of consciousness that you experience in this lifetime, and that you are the architect of your life, and that it is never too late to know true happiness. I'd like to thank Anita for leading us in our meditation this morning. And for Brian as our practitioner of the day. To Rafi and Joe for helping on our technology. And our wonderful musicians. Our choir. And all of you for being here and coming together and celebrating this beautiful morning. Thank you.
So we're going to invite you to stay in that wonderful state of consciousness. Close your eyes if you like, but always feel free to sing along. I'll guide you in the words. The first words are, it's love. Here we go. It's love, that is the faith. That is the faith. That is the trust. That is the trust. That is the knowing. That is the knowing. It's love. It's love. That is the prayer. That is the prayer. That is the light. That is the light. That is the knowing. That is the knowing. Have some love. 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 It's love. That is the faith. That is the faith. That is the trust. That is the trust. That is the knowing. That is the knowing. It's love. That is the prayer. That is the prayer. That is the light.
And so being here once again for another Sunday celebration, let us just tap into that consciousness and be reminded of it. Not just here in this moment, but throughout each and every day, each and every moment, especially when those times show up where it may seem like we have no connection to anything divine, where things just look messy and yucky, and that is when we can remember most that we are divine. And so I bless this idea, I bless this notion, I bless this celebration, I bless this feeling, this vibrance of love. I bless all the participants who are with us here today, the musicians, the singers, the technology team, everyone whose ears hear the messages that are revealed today. I call this good and so very, very good. And in this consciousness, I surrender this word into life, into light, into law with sincere gratitude. Please release by saying with me, and so it is.
After our talk, and I was sitting there and just being in this presence and being in my awareness, I realized that feeling that's scary is because I'm living in the future. I'm thinking about the fall. I'm not in this present moment. And just hearing everyone, hearing the messages already brings me back to now. And I could appreciate the beauty and the awe of this moment now, this beautiful day here Sunday in August. So, yeah. Thank you for pulling me back. Please join me now in our 2026 affirmation, the audacity to awaken. I awaken today with the courage to see myself clearly and love myself wholly, as I am and as I am not. I open my heart to curiosity, trusting that every question leads me deeper into truth. I embrace conscious evolution, knowing that life is always expanding through me. I release what no longer serves and boldly claim my divine power. I am awake, I am courageous, and I am fully alive to the brilliance of my becoming. Repeat after me. I am the peace I wish to see.
I am the peace that I wish to see.
I know this peace for my family.
I know this peace for my family.
My family knows this peace for my community.
My family knows this peace for my community.
My community knows this peace for my country.
My community knows this peace for my country.
And my community knows this peace for the world.
And my community knows this peace for the world.
Good morning once again.
Good morning.
Our reading this morning comes from one of my favorite books from my practitioner training. It is The End of Your World by Adyashanti. If you have not read it, I highly suggest it. It's all on the concept of awakening, and since our theme for the year is the audacity to awaken, I thought it would be an appropriate book to read through. Full awakening comes when we take responsibility for ourselves. What I mean is that we must take responsibility for really looking at ourselves, into ourselves, discovering the capacity to see more deeply than we ever imagined. We tend not to discover that capacity as long as we're relying on somebody else or an external authority. I'm here to give hints and clues, and to question the answers you already assumed were true. The true role of teachers is to question their students' answers, not to sit around giving answers of their own. Most people who come to me already think they know something. My job is to question what they think they know, as a means to help deliver them back to themselves. By looking deeply at ourselves, we start to find our way out of these cul-de-sacs. As we do, something else starts to unfold. A whole other perception unfolds when we stop fixating egoically, when the ego stops trying to recreate itself as an enlightened ego, when it stops looking at the nature of reality and drawing false conclusions, when through investigation, meditation, and deep looking, these delusions start to die, then a whole new era of our spiritual life begins to open up. It's an area not dictated by the illusions of ego. It is the ever-opening, the ever-deeper remembering of the more subtle aspects of our true nature. This is what we are all called to. It is the very nature of spiritual unfolding itself.
Am I strong enough to bear the burden that sometimes comes from living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decision when I'm standing at the fork of the road. Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I? Will I have enough of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place, I am the place, moves and breathes. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place, I am the place, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, this morning, during the opening treatment, before we went online and really began, Brian said something like, "This is where we come every week to remember who we are." I thought that it was worth repeating. Because as we come here, as we do our spiritual practices, as we study, is anybody still studying? Anybody? As we study, we learn who we are. We learn what expresses through each of us. And we learn how to use that. And it is a daily, excuse me. I'm just speaking for myself now, okay? It is a moment by moment practice. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So, we're talking about values today. What are our values? Really? What are our values? Personal values are our beliefs and the principles that are important to each of us, that guide us, that inform us, and how we're going to live our lives. Personal values help me decide how I should treat other people, how I'm going to make choices and what choices I'm going to make. Personal values influence what I believe is right and what I believe is wrong. My values show what matters to me, what's important to me. So, this is a big one with me nowadays. When I was a kid, respect was a community value. It was a family value, and you didn't disrespect any elder, even if they were dead wrong. You just swallowed it. My niece will love hearing me say that I hated that. But what it taught me, believe it or not, was self-respect. That's a whole nother talk. In simple terms, our personal values are an inner compass or a guide to how we live and what we do each day, right? But where do those values come from? Well, that culture, family, you know, I was raised with any neighbor could correct you, spank you if they wanted to, but I was also raised with, if I was hungry, I just looked up and wherever I was, I went and asked for a sandwich, and I got one. My house could be 2 doors down the street, it didn't matter. That's where I was. I got a sandwich. So our upbringing, as Juan Miguel Ruiz calls it, our domestication, has a really huge influence on our values and the values that we develop. Our relationships have a really huge influence on our values and the values that we develop, and our experiences. Let me say that differently. Our decisions we make as a result of our experiences. Because we know in this teaching that that's a very different thing. How we process things, the inner reflection that occurs when we have an experience impacts our values and what our values are and what they become. And then we have conscious and unconscious choices that we make. Values become the blueprint that we live by. A person's values can be a blueprint for how they live because they give meaning and direction to the choices that we make. You see, values, what we believe, what we stand for, impact how we live our lives. They impact what's important to us. You can think of values as answering the question, what matters enough to me that I want my actions to reflect that? Our true values are the values that are governed by what is important to us. So if, for example, we value honesty, then we're going to have the tendency to tell the truth. We're going to have the tendency to be authentic. We're going to have the tendency to be accountable for ourselves and for our lives. Sometimes we think we value something, but we're not governed by those values. So the question is it a value really? If we're not governed by it and we don't live from that place? Lots of times you'll see when it comes time to put your money where your mouth is, sometimes we shrink back. We shrink back when we feel uncomfortable. We shrink back when we feel danger. We shrink back when we fear the consequences of the stand that we might take. Values give us direction and certainty. Values are the ground that we stand upon when they're true values. And our values just aren't always exactly what we say they are or what we think they are. Sometimes we don't know until we're tested. When life forces me to choose, what am I willing to sacrifice? You know, when I first gave Neil the title for this talk, I just gave him a title for what came to me, you know. And then as I had to start contemplating what I was actually going to say, it became really clear to me that in this state that the world is in this state where it's not necessarily okay to be who you are, in this state where if you speak up like we're used to doing in this country, there may be consequences that we have to face that are not so good for us. In this state where some of us have the tendency to be afraid of helping our neighbors and taking a stand for someone else. We don't always like to talk about these things. We don't like to talk about these things because we want to stay positive and we want to focus on the good and we want to be empowered by the awareness of the good. But the science of mind doesn't dictate values to us. It teaches us principles. And when we are faced with a situation where our values are tested, it is the principles that we have to fall back on and rely on. It is the principles that we have to live from. And let me just say before I go any further, living from principle will not fail us. I'm going to repeat that. Living from principle will not fail us. I'm digressing a bit. It was COVID time, and I was asking questions. We were online. Reverend Michelle did this awesome thing of having these sessions online where we could just talk and be heard. It was really important and it was really powerful. I think it's one of the most powerful things that we as a community have done. And I was expressing my doubt. And I got shut down. It's okay. There was a lot of fear going on. And so I'm so grateful that what I had to do, what I did do, was meditate. I went into meditation looking for the answer or answers for what I needed. And I remember Reverend Neil asked me a question in the next session. I can't tell you what the question was, but I said, I'm okay now. I got it. I'm okay. And for the very first time in my life, I looked death square in the eyes and said, whatever time it is, in whatever way that I have to go, I go. But I'm going to go doing my best to be a stand for what I believe in, for what my values are. And you know what happened? I lost a lot of fear after that meditation. It just went away. And I'm not pretending that I haven't experienced fear since then, but what a huge shift that was for me. You see, if you don't live your values, what have you got? This teaching teaches us that there's one spirit, one presence, one God, whatever you want to call it, one infinite divine intelligence. And it is in and expressed through everything. This one spirit intelligence is love. We miss that so often. It's love. And love isn't just an emotion. It is a quality. It is an attribute of spirit. And I know sometimes it's hard for us to wrap our minds and hearts around pure love, but it's worth the practice. Spirit is creative. It is first cause. It's all-knowing. It's everywhere present. It's all-powerful. It is oneness. It is all that is. And it is law. The law of mind. Law is an impersonal, automatic principle that's the mechanism for the creative process. Love and law. And it responds to us. Where we are, whatever we believe in, whatever the reason, it responds. And what does it say? Really? It says yes. You and I are an expression of this divine oneness. We are not separate from it. And that is one of the things that we dance with every day, day in and day out, remembering that we are not separate, that this presence is us and expresses in and through and as us. And it is available to us moment by moment, always, every nanosecond. That's a dance that we do and something that we struggle with. And if you don't struggle with it, then you come up and speak to me afterwards, okay? 'Cause this presence, this intelligence, God is experienced in our lives to the degree that we can embody it. And it's so huge. It's so huge. And we get so easily distracted. Or maybe I should own that and say, I get so easily distracted. But we're responsible for our consciousness and the choices that we make. And yeah, it's work. I think I said that the last time I spoke. It's work. It's no joke. But the payoff, enormous. Enormous. You can't buy anything better. That presence expressing through us expresses as different qualities and attributes, like freedom. Freedom is our spiritual nature. It's who we are. It expresses through our individuality, but it's something that we have to discover for ourselves, each one of us on our own. Abundance, ooh, we struggle, some of us with that one, some of us more than others. But it is our natural birthright, it is the truth. You don't see lack or limitation in anything, really. We as human beings see it. I don't know where those glasses came from, but but the truth is infinite, unlimited abundance and goodness that is inherently available to all of us. So, from the perspective of principle, values are not rules about our behavior. They're not rules. There's a natural offshoot of infinite intelligence and who we are. They express as a spiritual consciousness that we cultivate, that we fight for every moment, every day. It's seeing myself and seeing myself in other people and having the ability to offer grace to them, whether I agree with them or not. I'm going to say that again because that's the hard part. Whether I agree with them or not, because we're all one. And every single multi-billion of us on the planet is an expression of spirit and has the right to be that unique divine expression and unfold as that unique divine expression. In the science of mind, we live from spiritual awareness. Our inner consciousness, our beliefs, our thoughts, the choices we make, the experiences we have. But it's all to the extent that we are able to embody the truth, to embody the teaching. That's where our limitation comes in. And our teaching, changing our underlying consciousness, changes our lives. It changes the world. It changes our experiences. And Holmes taught us that we participate in shaping our experience by our consciousness. And we can transform our consciousness through spiritual understanding, through positive thought, and through spiritual mind treatment. You know, there's a thing going on in our teaching now where we have to be, what's the word? I wrote it down. We have to take sacred action. That's what it is. The old treat and move your feet. But many, many years ago, when I first joined this teaching, all you had to do was treat. I'm going to say that again. All you had to do was treat. Because that was the inner work. That was the shift in consciousness. And once you shift in consciousness, the law responds and says yes, and whatever it is, it unfolds. I got nothing against moving your feet. But we have to have the shift in consciousness. That's the key. And so as we wonder why this isn't working and that isn't working and this is going on and that's going on, it requires a shift in consciousness. It requires us to understand and know who we really are and practice living from that place. From the framework of this teaching, discovering your values is as simple as deciding what qualities of spirits you want to express. Love, creativity, freedom, joy, peace, abundance. Living from principle makes any and every value clear. So, what matters to you enough that you live in such a way that you honor it and that you express it? That's how you identify your true values. And practicing principle is how you live those values and bring them about. And nobody but nobody can tell you what your values are, what your values should be. Our values come out of our alignment with Spirit, which makes commitment to them a natural offshoot of that alignment. It makes it so much easier. What are my values, really? I know by the life that I live and what I commit to. It's that simple. Let's take this into treatment. Bless you. And so over and over and over again, we stand here and say, there's one mind. There's one divine creative intelligence. It's all powerful, it's all knowing, it's everywhere, evenly present, it is infinite and unlimited. It creates out of itself, and it expresses in and through and as its creation. It created me and you and all that is. All that is. This divine intelligence is absolutely perfect. It is whole. It is complete. It is light. It is love, beauty, harmony. And its creativity is ongoing. It is the source and supply of all that is and all that will ever be. And knowing this truth, I express and live from this understanding, from this awareness. And so I affirm everything good and wonderful in life that I choose to experience. I affirm that there is absolutely no limit to what I can create, to who I can become, to what I can express. And I do so based on the awareness that God is good, God is love, God is light, God is peace. And that there is absolutely, in reality, nothing that can contradict that. Anything that appears to be a contradiction is not the truth. It is a misunderstanding. It is an acceptance of something that is not real. The divine essence, the divine intelligence, the divine light that I call God, Creator, Spirit, expresses in and through and as each one without any limitation of any kind. And so I affirm with this word that each one of us here and each one of us that hears this, each one of us that is a participant in this center has a shift in this understanding, has a shift, and the awareness of this truth grows. flows. The way to practice it, the way to live it, the way to express it every single day becomes more and more clear. Because if that is not the case, then we are not fully expressing or living this teaching. And so I affirm a shift. I affirm expansion. I affirm greater awareness. And I affirm that each one of us sees evidence of this shift as it unfolds. For this, I am so grateful for the incredible love and beauty and wholeness and joy and just downright fun that I experience. I am so grateful for the opportunity to grow and expand and change and be more. I am so grateful. And so I simply release this word into the law, knowing that it is the truth. It is done. Please close with me. And so it is.
And thank you, Toni, for a great talk. And as Brian started us off and you continue, thank you for helping me remember who I am. Now is time for our abundance, blessings, and offerings. So again, I just want to thank everybody who played a hand in bringing us together this morning, and everyone who contributes their time, energy, love, and efforts into Sunday celebration. And one of those ways is through financial contributions. So we always ask that you give where you are spiritually fed. And please join me in our conscious giving affirmation. I bless this gift that I give today. I give this gift from my heart, and I give it mindfully. May my gift go further to heal, prosper, and bless this center and all who enter. I accept all good that comes as a result of this flow, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. There are many ways you can give. You can text online through Breeze. You can, if you're in person, there's a bowl and a basket in the back. Let's see. And now for our offerings. We are on Zoom only next Sunday, August 16th, and our speaker will be our own Rev Michelle with her talk, Beyond Prayer. Prayer is powerful, but transformation asks for more. She also has a class going on called the Conscious Living Project. It just started a few weeks ago, but you can still join. It's Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and all sessions are recorded. So if you're joining, you could be caught up. You could get more information. There's a flyer in the back or on her website. And another announcement is we have Jesse Powers' house concert coming up. Yes. So get your seat now. Tickets are going. There's only 13 seats left. So, yeah, we're half sold out, halfway there. So grab your seat. It's an intimate house concert. Yeah, and she'll be joining us on Sunday, August 30th at 4 p.m. So you could log on to Breeze and get your ticket. And she's also singing at service that night. Yes, and she will also be our musician. We are in person Sunday, August 30th. So if you can join us here, that's going to be wonderful. Let's see. So next week we're Zoom only. August 23rd, we're also in person. We'll have Zulma joining us again with her talk. Yes. Looking forward to that. It's Make It Real with Zeal. And then August 30th, we'll be in person with Jesse as our musician, and Rev Michelle will be speaking. And there's hospitality after service, so stay, be in community, and yes, our musicians will take us home.
appropriate song to end with. Because as we know who we are, we know that there's so much more possible than meets the eye, meets the ear, meets the consciousness. We expect miracles because we are miracles. Here we go. I expect a miracle right now, a miracle today, a miracle. I receive a miracle, a miracle, a miracle. When today, one more time, I expect a miracle. Let's get it happening. I expect a miracle right now, a miracle today, a miracle. I receive a miracle right now, a miracle today, a miracle. When today, consider a life where I'm knowing a miracle already is. You'll know it's already here. Your wishes and hopes become a miracle for real. I expect a miracle right now, a miracle today, a miracle. I receive a miracle right now, a miracle today, a miracle. When today, let's consider one more time. Consider a life where I'm knowing a miracle already is. You'll know it's already here. Your wishes and hopes become a miracle for real. I expect a miracle right now, a miracle today, a miracle. I receive a miracle right now, a miracle today, a miracle. When? When? Now, I'm not sure I really believe you. When is it? Oh, come on now. One more time. Feels good. Let's keep saying it. Today. Today. When? Today. 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 Happy Sunday, happy every day.
At the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, we believe in empowering individuals to discover their inner strength and their connection to divine life. Through our supportive community, transformative workshops, and uplifting services, we provide a safe space for personal growth and spiritual exploration. Whether you're seeking clarity, healing, or a deeper understanding of life's mysteries, our center offers practical tools and timeless wisdom to help you thrive. Join us in creating a more diverse, compassionate, and kind world. Your world, the way you want to create it.